Damian Priest, the man formerly Punishment Martinez, even he's changed his whole look and body up to where you wouldn't even notice him if you didn't know it was him.
Yeah, no,
so
he wasn't very recognizable at
it.
first. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Although I guess I didn't see too much Punishment Martinez before he went and signed with WWE. So,
you know what? Honestly, I wasn't very impressed with Punishment Martinez before then. So this could be good.
I'm thinking he's going to do good things, and I honestly see him destined for the main roster, and I will be damned if we don't see him and Baron Corbin in a tag team at some point.
Do you
Hopefully
think he
not
could
forever.
do good lucha things? Paystee. And then a segment we're hoping isn't reoccurring very often, but we have an obligation to the people to put
if
it
it's
out
shit,
there.
we're going to shit on it.
Exactly. If there comes the best reason, we have to have the worst reason, Paystee, and I'm going to be the bearer of bad news on this one, and I will tell you that WWE Raw, the worst reason to watch it, or the best reason to avoid it, perhaps, is Bobby Lashley and Lana seem to be more concerned about Rusev not having fun, or canceling Rusev Day, than about each other. Why is this still happening? Obviously, the draft could have prevented all of this. We could have separated them, moved on, and like various other storylines in WWE, they could have just pretended like it never existed because it's not getting over.
No, and it's obvious they're punishing Rusev for things that I don't know. Maybe they said, I have a feeling Vince told him he'd give him a push if he was a legal citizen. And then Rusev jumped through all the hoops to become a legal citizen. And Vince is like, damn, I didn't think he was going to do that. And so he's like, I'll cuck him.
But haven't we said, I mean, for years, ever since the engagement photos came out and screwed up a storyline.
Yeah.
It seems like they've been punishing Rusev ever since then. Like just hasn't given up. Like, so petty.
Yeah. And I'll be completely honest, this week's segment, it didn't even look like Lashley and Lana were into the angle each other at all either. Which,
well, they're probably not.
I'm sure they're not. It's uncomfortable.
Bobby Lashley is happily, I think is happily married, but maybe he just has a girlfriend. And Rusev and Lana are married, correct?
Yeah.
They're married. So it's like nobody's buying it in today's day and age. And if anybody listens to the new Arn Anderson podcast with Conrad Thompson, strong recommendation from me, he even said, you know what, if this happened back in the day, what you would do is you would have them see each other in like an airport or a hotel room or somewhere at a restaurant, and you'd just have Rusev and Bobby Lashley beat the shit out of each other. Because how do you not do that when somebody is on TV in kayfabe fucking your wife?
Right, yeah. They're drawing it out too much. There needs to be some kind of interaction between Lashley and Rusev.
Yeah, you either drop it or you go full bore with it and do something like that. There's no in between with something like this.
So this week's angle was Lana on a masseuse table, and there's a female masseuse rubbing her calves, and she's like, if you want, I could go deeper. And Lana pauses, and she's like, yes, I like it deeper. And then she keeps going, and she's like, do you like that, or do you want me to go harder? And Lana says, yes, I like it harder. And then all of a sudden, the girl goes away, and Lashley walks in. She's like, oh, you've got such a gentle touch. It doesn't seem like Rusev's having any fun. Like, what the fuck?
Weird. Super weird.
I think they both just want to fuck Rusev really bad. I almost wonder if this doesn't end in a threesome angle, which would be horrible. But if you're going to bury Rusev deeper, go for that, right?
Yeah. And it's my job to move this along, and we're going past time. But before I do, I just want to leave with parting words from WWE legend Macho Man Randy Savage, who once said in kayfabe, I did one angle involving my wife. I'm no longer married.
Yep.
So just remember that, Rusev. Just remember that.
God, that quote's been making the rounds these last few weeks hard.
Oh, for sure.
It's so bad. I'm sorry, Rusev. You deserve so much better. You too, Lana. You too, Ashley. Everyone, go away.
All
Get
three
out of
them,
there.
for sure.
Get the fuck out of there and don't look back. And we're not looking back. We're looking forward as we have come through the WWE Draft of 2019. If you missed it, we'll break it down for you. The draft rules were
Actually, Paystee, we're not looking forward. We're looking up into the drafty address of the match, the beef stick match.
Yes, indeed. Mini match, as I call him.
Mini match, mini match. Go.
So over 70 superstars, actually 71 to be exact. I hate when companies 71. Do that. If it's only one over, just give me the fucking solid number.
Right, or just give me the number to begin with.
Right. If it's over 70, I'm expecting like 83 maybe, somewhere out
if
that
it's
far.
over 70 and it's 79, just say it's almost 80. I don't give a shit. Fuck.
As well as tag teams are eligible for selection in this year's draft. SmackDown will draft 30 superstars, and Raw will select another 41 superstars. There's your 71. Since SmackDown has a 2-hour show and Raw's a 3-hour show, for every 2 picks SmackDown makes, Raw will receive 3. Tag teams will count as 1 pick.
Which actually is kind of that's kind of not completely true, because once you get to the quote free agents or drafted off air agents, SmackDown actually got more than Raw, so that actually changes that percentage a lot.
Oh yeah, it's real interesting. Tag teams can be counted as 1 pick unless Fox or USA Network specifically wants to pick only 1 superstar from the team, or both as individuals, as we'll get into. And any undrafted superstars will immediately be declared free agents and be able to sign with the brand of their choosing. Which
didn't happen.
Didn't happen at all. So on SmackDown last week, as we were airing Beef Sticks podcast, the first round saw Becky Lynch going to Raw, Roman Reigns going to SmackDown, the OC going to Raw. That's the full team of AJ Styles, Gallows, and Anderson. What a pick, right? 3 for 1.
Oh, 3 amazing talents.
Bray Wyatt going to SmackDown. Wow. And Drew McIntyre rounding out the first round pick for Raw.
So can we just right off the bat throw out how like the Raw Women's Champion got drafted to Raw?
Right.
And that's not the first. We also had the SmackDown Tag Champions later on. Spoiler alert, got drafted to SmackDown. Like, what is going on here? First of all, we don't know who's on what fucking brand. We don't know why they're on what fucking brand. And I hate to say this, but Paystee, within 3 months, they're all going to be on the same brand again anyways.
We'll see. I just feel like with Fox and USA
We'll
being
see, but
separate
you say
entities.
that, but every time it's happened, I have history on my side.
The first draft, the first split lasted longer. The first
it
split
did,
lasted years.
But it still ended up with everybody being on the same show. Like, every single draft ended up with everybody being on the same show.
It's like the expansion. That's why it's called the WWE Universe. It expands until it collapses in on itself and starts over again.
Yeah.
Vince hired a team of scientists to come up with that.
He's an asshole.
So you want to let the people in on the second round picks?
Yes. So the second round, Raw got Randall Keith Orton. SmackDown got The Boss, Sasha Banks. Raw got Ricochet, formerly Prince Puma. SmackDown got the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. And Raw got the Cockle, Bobby Lashley.
Yes. And let's point out here quickly that we're through the second round. That's 10 draftees, and you haven't drafted your top champions at all.
I mean, depending who you call your top champions, but
right.
We know who they call their top champions, yes.
I'll say Becky Lynch was a
correct.
fitting first-round draft pick, but beyond that, it's like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Third round, Raw picked Alexa Bliss. SmackDown picked Lacey Evans. Raw picked Kevin Owens. SmackDown picked The Revival. And Raw picked Natalya.
Why? You know what? As a huge Natalya fan, why would Raw pick Natalya?
I don't know. She's better off on SmackDown, isn't she?
Well, why would anybody pick her? I love her. I think she's an amazing talent.
She should have been a free agent.
In the WWE bubble, yeah. Who the fuck would pick her?
I assume because she's been there longer than any other woman or whatever.
Yeah, I hear you. So 4th round, Raw grabs the Viking Raiders of Eric and Ivar. SmackDown gets Lucha House Party, which is apparently still a thing. We don't know why. Raw gets Nikki Cross, who is part of a tag team. SmackDown gets Heavy Machinery, Tucker and Otis, who hopefully will thrive in SmackDown because they need something.
Yeah.
And Raw gets the Street Profits, who we know will end up in NXT pretty soon again.
Well, I mean, they lost their NXT Tag Team Championships. I think they'll stay on the main roster. Montez Ford has enough charisma to carry a fucking...
Oh, but it won't be long.
I think they should split them, though. I think Montez Ford should be pushed eventually. Not now, but eventually pushed as a top-tier superstar. He's good.
Well, let me say this. Whether this is racist or not, and it very well may be, I'm gonna apologize for that. They very much come off as the reincarnation of Crime Time. And obviously JTG had tons of charisma and was really good in the ring. And then you had Shad Jaspar, who was a powerhouse, just
more
a
of the
beast.
muscle.
And they were amazing, and they could have gone a long way. Yeah, and WWE wasted them, and I just see the same thing happening with them. Let's put this out here, Paystee, because we've said it in the past, they're black. So as much as we defend them, WWE doesn't give a shit about them.
Right.
Right?
Yes. But I'm hoping
you're either Crime Time or you're Street Profits. Like,
Montez Ford has the Rock level of charisma. It's insane.
Oh, he's awesome.
I like him a lot.
I do
like him a lot. Angelo Dawkins, he is a good foil for Ford, but I don't want to see them be a tag team forever.
I just, I don't know. But moving on.
Yeah, so that was the SmackDown edition of the draft. It actually left me feeling like, wow, that was very lackluster. Other than, like, the first 2 rounds, it didn't really matter nothing. But then we come to Raw.
Or even the first round, basically.
6 rounds of draft. And the first round saw Seth Rollins being drafted to his own brand of Raw. Brock Lesnar being drafted to his own brand of SmackDown. Charlotte Flair making the jump over to Raw.
Why not?
Hey, I can watch Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair feud for another 8 months, probably. It's fun. The New Day got drafted to SmackDown. And Andrade with Zelina Vega, who aren't a tag team, but still count as one draft pick, were drafted to Raw.
I'll watch Andrade and Zelina for 2 different reasons. Then we got the second round draft picks. Kabuki Warriors was the first of the second round draft picks from Raw. I like that they were at least pretending that they're important to them, because I love this tag team, and they are the champions. SmackDown drafted Daniel Bryan. Raw then got Rusev. SmackDown got Bayley. And Raw got Aleister Black.
Yes.
All amazing talents in that bracket right there.
And as long as the Kabuki Warriors hold the Women's Tag Team Championships, they will be featured on both shows, but if they lose the championships, they're just on Raw. Which is... honestly, the draft, I thought, was a perfect point to do that with a lot of your titles. Get rid of the United States, keep the IC, get rid of, you know what I mean?
Yes!
Get it down to 1 tag team championship.
Yes!
And they didn't do it. They just did it with the 1.
Which it should be.
Yeah. Third round saw
Cedric. They got too many talents, but they also won't do enough with enough talents.
Right. Third round... things start to seem a little weird for Raw at this point, because the first draft pick for the third round was Cedric Alexander to Raw. That's right, Raw is starting to get